Hi, welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, it means you want to know what it takes to be a top-notch salesperson and be untouchable in your industry. Sales is one of the most important skills to have, and once you master it, you can truly take your professional career to the next level. We know for sure that any business without an effective way to sell its product is just a bad business. Google, Apple, any company really needs effective salespeople in order to close the deal. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 pro tips that are absolutely needed to take your sales career from a basic salary to making over 6 figures. These are the key tips that are going to change the game for you and make you a top-notch salesperson. Keep watching and let's get into it.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, dirt, dirt.
Thanks for joining me. My name is Ellie. I've been working in sales my entire career. I was one of the top salespeople for a major credit card company, and I worked as head of sales at a financial services call center managing over 100 people, where I successfully took our business from making just okay money to over $2.5 million in sales in 1 quarter. In that time, I've had the opportunity to work with so many different kinds of people, and I've taken some of the worst salespeople and made them into some of the best. Sales is one of the most essential skills to have, and when you master it, like I said, the possibilities are truly endless. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 pro tips that are going to turn you into a top-notch salesperson. Now keep in mind, these 5 tips are just the beginning. In my channel, I'm going to go on a journey with you and share many different skills and a lot of great information that's going to help you turn your sales career into a great one. It's going to help you take over the game. Let's get started with tip number 1.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, dirt, dirt.
Mindset is everything. I cannot say this enough. You become what you think about, and in sales, that theory applies more than ever. If you're coming to the table of any deal and you don't believe in yourself as a salesperson and you don't believe in your product, guess what? You're not going to close the deal. It's just that simple. You have to believe in you, what you stand for, what you're offering, and that you do have the ability to close that sale. Working in sales, I've worked with so many people who come to work, wearing hoodies. They're not taking themselves seriously. They're not always dressed professionally or even coming mentally prepared for the job. The difference between those agents and the ones who do come to work and take it seriously shows up in their results. The ones who are prepared, who believe in themselves, who take what they're doing seriously, always outshine everyone else in the pack. You've got to own it, and you've got to really be bold. Be fearless. Your customers are smart. Nowadays, customers are engaged, they do their research, they're well educated, they know just as much about the product, if not more, than you do. But the way that you're going to win them over is through your confidence, your engagement, your enthusiasm. Those are things that people need salespeople for. It's not just to talk about the facts of the product. You can find that by just going on the internet. But salespeople create a relationship. They create a story when they're selling their product. And the only way that you can truly convey that message is to believe in yourself 110%. So I really want you to take this tip number 1 to heart. Say it with me. Mindset is everything. You become what you think about. Okay? All right. Now let's get into pro tip number 2.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt,
All
dirt,
right.
dirt.
Pro tip number 2. Understand why people buy. Customers buy with emotion, not with logic. They just use logic to justify their purchases. Think about yourself. What's something that you recently bought, or maybe something that you want to buy? Is it a car? Maybe some new clothes? Maybe a device like an iPad or some makeup? Now think about why you want that thing. It probably has nothing to do with an actual logical reason and more to do with how you're going to feel once you make that purchase, how you're going to feel when you have that other iPad. Maybe it's cool, or maybe you saw someone with it and you want to have it too. Those are all emotions. Emotions are what truly drive our consumer market. And as a salesperson, when you understand that, that's how you're going to master each sale. Now you're probably thinking, well, how am I going to get someone to open up and tell me their emotions? The key to doing that is to build rapport. Don't skip over that period of asking questions. Get to know your customer. We know for sure that we don't like the feeling inherently of being sold. We have a wall up. You know, customers have a shield a lot of the time when you approach them for a transaction. The way that you can knock that wall down is to talk to your customer. Build a relationship, ask them questions, truly build that rapport, and that's how you're going to build trust. A salesperson is nothing without the trust of his customer. Let's think about life insurance, for example, as a product. It's something that I used to sell. Now, life insurance is a purely emotional product. When people buy this, they're buying it out of emotion. They spend thousands and thousands of dollars ensuring that their family, who they love, is protected. So think about the principles in that. If you have your product, if you can find whatever product it is, and figure out how it's connected to the emotion of that customer. How is it going to improve something in their life? How is it going to make them feel confident and secure with something in their life and make them feel good about what they purchased? Once you have those two things together, you've got the sale. The deal is done. Pro tip number 3, know your product and know your market. This is one of the key tips for any salesperson, is knowing your product. Like I mentioned earlier in tip number 1, our customers are educated. They know a lot. They're able to go online and research just about anything about what they want to purchase before ever coming into contact with a salesperson. That means you've got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. Imagine this. A customer asks you a question about your product and you can't answer it. That is the worst thing, and you will not make that sale. The way you're going to avoid that is to know everything humanly possible there is to know about your product. Be the expert in your field. Be the expert in your industry. That's how you're going to ensure that no matter what interaction you have with a customer, no matter the presentation, no matter the time, the place, you're able to answer any question. And this really impresses customers. When you come with knowledge to the table, on top of having a positive mindset, on top of building rapport with them and being able to understand why they buy, but also knowing a lot and great depth about your product, it is truly impressive, and that also wins your customer over. In addition, we're in a very competitive marketplace. You might be selling one thing and there are 10 other companies selling the exact same thing. The way that you're going to be able to outshine them is to know your product and know theirs. When you're meeting with a customer, tell them how your product differentiates from the other products that they might be looking at. Now, connected to this is knowing your market. We live in a unique time where people are interested in so many different things, and the way that you can get to that customer even better is to know more about them. Let's say that you sell a product that is specifically tailored towards people who enjoy yoga or young people. It's important for you to know what kind of things are my customers interested in. What do they like to do? How much money are they able to spend? How is this product going to relate to their lifestyle? Do background research so that when you do have that interaction with them, your job at that point is just to build rapport. You're going to impress that customer if you know a little bit already about what they like to do, about what they bring to the table. This is going to get them to open up to you, and it's also going to show them that you're professional and that you're taking your job and interaction with them seriously. People don't want to have their time wasted, and you don't want to have the sale lost. So in order to avoid both of those things happening, like I said, know your product inside and out, and take the time to do research on your market and your niche. That's what's going to help you convert those sales and make a difference in your numbers.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, dirt, dirt.
All right, now we're at pro tip number 4, which is drive the offer. This is a crucial time in any sales conversation, in any sales presentation, is the time when you make the offer. Now, The great skill of a great salesperson is to make your customer feel like they're in control of what's happening. But truly, we know as great salespeople that we're leading the entire time. And that's what I mean by driving that offer. You want to give your customers the facade of choice, as I like to say. So we know we want our customer to choose package number 2, let's say. In order for us to get them narrowed to that one, we're going to introduce 2 other packages. Package number 1, its price, its offers and benefits. Package number 3, its price, its offers and benefits. And then what that's going to do is get our customers centered in on number 2, which is the one we wanted them to get in the first place. But by doing that, by giving them 3 choices, you're making them think that they're in control, which is great. We want our customers to feel that. But we know at the end of the day, we're only showing them what we want them to see. We're giving them the options that we know are going to be beneficial for them and getting them to choose the one that we know is the best for exactly what they're looking for. It's kind of like being the GPS for your customer and being the GPS for that conversation. You want them to think that they're in control. They're the ones driving the car, they're leading you, but truly you're letting them know when to turn right, when to turn left, when to stop. And it's that subtle element of control that really turns a good salesman into a great salesman.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me.
Alright guys, now we're at pro tip number 5. The last tip in this video, but this is just the beginning of our journey together. So this tip is to set goals and to have a plan. Think of it this way, a salesperson without goals is really not a salesperson. If you're implementing all of these other tips, but you're not setting goals for yourself, you're doing something wrong. You can have a great mindset, you can understand why people buy, you can know your product like the back of your hand and drive great offers, but if you're not constantly setting goals and renewing yourself, you're not reaching your highest potential. Take this as an example. If you want to make a really great cake, you're going to do whatever it takes to make that cake. And that means you're going to find a great recipe, you're going to get all the ingredients, you're going to practice, you're going to know exactly how long that cake has to stay in the oven in order for it to be a great cake. That's the same kind of methodology you need to apply to being a great salesperson. It means that you've got to always have a plan. You've got to stay ready. Don't be like the salespeople who just want to have the sale. They just want to have the numbers, but they're not willing to do the work that it takes to get there. Setting a goal means that you believe in yourself. Like we said in our first tip, you do become what you think about, and we know for sure that you're more likely to accomplish your goal once you write it down. Aim high, believe in yourself, dream big. Setting a goal means that you know deep down inside you, you can accomplish it. That's how you're going to get to the next step in your sales career. In today's market, customers are everywhere. We never know when there's going to be an opportunity for a sale, and that's why you've always got to have a plan and be prepared. As I mentioned in knowing your product and knowing your market, always stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. If you're a real estate agent, for example, we know that the deals are out there. They're everywhere. Sometimes the most unexpected interactions are the ones that lend the best sales, the best results. But think about it. Imagine if you came across a deal or you came across a customer and you weren't ready. You didn't have your information locked in there. You didn't know what you were going to say. That's a missed opportunity. And as salespeople, we cannot afford to miss opportunities. We have to be ready at all times. Remember, what you visualize, you can materialize. So you've got to know and truly believe in yourself, have a goal, set a plan, and know that you can accomplish it. It's been so great sharing these pro tips with you all today. I hope that you use all of them. Leave a comment below with which ones you learned today, which ones you are already doing, and what you would like to see more of. Remember, this is just the first video of many to come, but I want to know what other questions you have. What more do you want to see? Stay tuned for my next video where we'll talk more about how to be a great salesperson and what it takes to keep getting to that next level in your career. Thanks, guys.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. work, work. You see me do me dirt, dirt, dirt.